Hello, hello, hello. It is the event that you have all been waiting for. Truly the pinnacle of the event. Now, this is the Granny's Knockers versus Binmen charity show match. Yeah, we can
absolutely beautiful scenes. It's great to be here. Blessings on all of you. Thank you for coming. It is an absolute pleasure to see this turnout. As well, Lena, I am incredibly excited. Have you got any highlights you think we should be looking out for here?
Oh, I don't know. I've heard talk that maybe we might see a couple of Zeus rounds, a couple of knife rounds as well. The map they're going to be playing on, it's a best of one on Ancient as well. We're not quite doing a map veto. The guys sorted that preemptively before, but this is a charity show match. The Binmen and Granny's Knockers are here raising money.
Yeah, so thank you all for coming, and thank you to the guys for sorting out this wonderful event. We are here for Breast Cancer UK. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in the UK. It affects over 55,000 women and 390 men a year, and it's going to be a pretty tough time getting through this, but we are also looking to smash what has been a fantastic £1,000 goal. We've already managed to raise £1,476 of our original £1,000 goal. We're now looking to smash £2,000. So if anybody can donate anything, please do. The Just Giving page is justgiving.com/Binmen-GK-EPIC40. Now, that's a pretty long link, but you can also contribute by buying raffle tickets over at the EPIC.LAN shop. You can also find that link on all of our social medias, the Binmen Twitter, the Granny's Knockers Twitter, our Twitters. It will be there. So please donate all that you can, as this is what this show match is really all about.
Absolutely, and I've heard there's some incredible raffle prizes that the guys have managed to put together, including the one and only Tesco bag that Cypher had at the RMR, as signed by him as well. I do not know how they managed to pull that one off, but truly the prize that we're all playing for here.
Yeah, and also we've got monitors, we've got CPUs, we've got RGB cases, chairs. There is a lot on offer for this raffle. Jerseys as well, sign some of them. So, yeah, it's exciting times, and you can win a little when you give a little too.
The one that I also want to highlight as well is we've had some amazing help from the people over at TradeIt.gg. They sponsored a massive sort of budget for the guys to buy skins for this event as well. So the flashy skins that you see, that is all thanks to the guys over there on the table down there from TradeIt. So thank you very much for helping this out and for sort of supporting this event as well.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see later on, all of the skins will be in pink, which is the color of Breast Cancer UK. And yeah, they had a pretty big budget, so they got some pretty flashy ones to flex on stage. It is exciting times. And also, of course, thanks to TradeIt for helping out with the MVP prize pool. And actually, the prize pool for £100 for whoever gets the best fantasy pick.
Ooh,
so yeah,
that's a good one. Hopefully everyone's fantasy is going well. But I'm going to stop you. There's enough of us rambling. They're done with us. Let us introduce our first team onto the stage. So I would like to welcome Granny's Knockers onto the stage for us. Oh, look at that. What a stellar lineup. And we've got a coach as well. We've got coaches.
Yeah, both teams are bringing in some coaches, some big names right here. So, on the side of Granny's Knockers, we've got Rai, Liam, M&J coach, Shep, and Daffyd coming in as the actual coach. Not to be confused with coach, as we hear boos from the back of the stage, and I think I know what that means. It's time to introduce our other lineup.
Can we welcome onto the stage the Binmen?
Wow, a silent crowd for the Binmen there, but...
Oh, that's... They make their own crowd. They make their own crowd.
Exactly. And we've got Retro, Blaze, Dweg, Tyler, Penguin 5, and the coach of Index for this Binmen lineup. A stellar lineup indeed for both sides. And yeah, this is shaping up to be a fantastic show match.
Absolutely. And look at the lovely trophy they're here to play for as well. Absolutely marvelous stuff. But before we go any further, I believe we had a little bit of a captain's interview yesterday that we're going to play for you now.
All right, team captains here. I've got Binmen on my right. I've got Granny's Knockers on my left. Dweg, M and J, captains of both teams. Dweg, are you ready to put the W in Dweg today?
Yeah, I've proved it many times before, on LAN, on stage. I'm coming here to win.
I think it's the first time on the stage for you, right?
At EPIC.LAN, yes. I've been on there before, taste testing, and I was getting the hunger. Now I get the full meal.
Well, the full meal may well feature the likes of M and J on the left. Are you going to be a tasty meal today?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm quite bony, right? There's no meal right here. But no, I don't think so, Dweg. I don't think it's happening. You boys, you're coming in with too much confidence, and I think you're about to be humbled.
Well, listen, mate, the Binmen have made a lot of progress in the last year or so, right? They've become a bit of a powerhouse, but Granny's Knockers are a classic name, so how much pressure is on you today?
I don't know. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. Good vibes only. Everyone's happy, so not too much pressure at all. I think we got this easy.
Well, Dwayne, is there any words that you want to impart to M and J over there?
Well, they won yesterday in the pub quiz, and we'll let them have that one. We didn't do that well, but we might not have the mental, but we've got the counter-strike.
What about you? Any words to impart to Dweg?
Good luck.
Good luck indeed.
So those were our captains, but we are joined live here by two of the players. Now, Retro, how are you feeling about this?
Oh yeah, we're good. Everyone's happy to be here, obviously for an important cause and something that means a lot to a lot of us. But as Josh said, we're here to win and we're going to smash some noobs.
Absolutely. And how did this whole thing come about? Like, how did this all sort of start?
I think both of us have obviously already done charity work, and in the past we've always come to LANs to raise money, and we thought it would be a good idea. Obviously the GK guys deserve a lot of praise, and you specifically for getting this chance to play on the stage. And then from there, I think we'll just put the plan in place and the word go, and that was it. We're here.
And any final words you want to say and address the whole of the Granny's Knockers team before you sit down and get ready?
You're trash.
Oh, fine words, fine words. I'll let you go sit down.
All right, now I am joined by Rai from the Granny's Knockers camp. Fighting words there from Retro, but who is the man you most want to take down on this Binmen side?
To me, it's got to be Dweg. 16.5K in fantasy. We've got the same price. He's part of the Binmen. We're going to find out why he's exactly trash.
Okay, so we got a lot to prove here. We got some fantasies to shatter, but we also I've heard that there's a couple of strats you guys have been cooking up, behind the stage here that you want to bring out against the Binmen. Is there anything you can let me into? Is there any strategies you plan to pull out early?
They're obviously top secret, but we're going to reveal that on the side as last night, 4 hours of YPRAC, 4 hours of smoke lineups. We're ready. We're going to throw everything from everywhere. Everybody's dying.
Perfect. Okay, that's fighting talk as well. That's what we like to see coming into this show match. And do you have any final words before we let you back to your table?
Just a massive thanks to EPIC.LAN, Affinity for helping set this all up. It's going to be a great show match. Obviously, we're here to raise money for a great charity. So, yeah, fuck cancer.
Woo!
Thank you so much for that.
Right. I think we need to pass over to our wonderful, wonderful casters. And we do have some incredible casters here as well. So, without further ado, I am going to hand you over to the casting desk.
Thank you very much, Affinity and Sneaky Beaky. And a massive thank you as well to the community for raising £1,500 so far for breast cancer awareness. I'm the Eternal J. I'm joined by Neokai here on the commentary desk for this epic show match between the Binmen and the Granny's Knockers. And I am very excited.
I'm looking forward to it. You know, of course, this is what it's all about. I'm playing with Tyler, so I've already got the experience there. And I've already played against the Granny's Knockers in groups and beat them. So I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be fun. I'm Ancient as well, so it's going to be an interesting one. I've been hearing rumors, a couple of strats backstage, a couple of Zeus calls, but even a couple of auto shotguns might be coming out to play here. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be good.
I love the prospect of seeing a Zeus. I've yet to see a Zeus kill like properly in CS2 yet, so I haven't quite hit that point. So I'm excited. Again, all for a great cause here. Exactly. We're all rocking their own respectives. I'm, of course, a Binmen man. I know that that's not very popular within the crowd. I came out to a chorus of boos earlier, but I still hold my colours with great regard. Who are you backing today?
Do you know what? I have love for both sides. I do actually own a Granny's Knockers jersey, but I didn't bring it with me. So I guess, just to play, the devil's advocate, I'm going to go Granny's Knockers for this one. I'm going to go, you go Binmen, I'll go Granny's Knockers, even though I'm wearing a Binmen shirt.
Yeah, I mean, well,
it's what it is.
Dom Sacco earlier was saying, don't you need to be like a little bit impartial, right?
No.
Don't you need to be like, don't you need to be fair and balanced? It's like, come on.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
But it's okay, it'll be okay, because you can be biased to Granny's Knockers. I can be biased to Binmen, and therefore we balance each other out and become impartial by virtue.
Exactly. I'm all for that. That's what it's all about. I'll just lean that way. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what we see in terms of when they actually do play a little bit serious. Maybe see a little bit of flair. There's a couple of good players on both sides. We know them. Obviously, you play with quite a few of them yourself win the Binmen, but the Granny Talkers have a bit of talent themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing whether Dwayne can put the W in Dwayne. Obviously, my good friend and regular co-commentary partner. So he's got a lot to live up to because he talks a very big game. Whether he actually plays a big game is another question entirely, and that's a question we'll be answering as this one rolls on.
That's true. It's true. I mean, obviously, for Dwayne, it's all about kind of redemption arc for him. He started off EPIC.LAN 40, not on the hottest of forms, went 0-13 in his opening game, so not the greatest place to start him. But now's the time to go 13-0, or if not more, right? This is a guy who potentially can drop some serious frags.
If he's on point, though, that's the question, right? I mean, look, to be fair, he's been putting a lot of effort into putting his clips out there and competing in ESL. But I think there are other players that could also step up. I am surprised to see Index's coaching, personally.
Yeah, we were having a little conversation about that. Index is a very talented player, but maybe it's kind of make it a little bit fair in a sense, right? I mean, but Index alone is a very talented player, but then his talents may transform into a little bit of a good coach. I mean, on the other side, Granny Soccer is very unfortunate. They've got Daft as a coach. So they've immediately been hindered from the get-go.
Yeah, Daft, the man that was almost responsible for ruining my career. So, of course, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing him go down today. I'm all aboard the Binmen just for that alone here.
Yeah.
But, obviously, I think that a lot of people are very aware of the Binmen guys because of the nature of how prominent they've been within the scene, right? So, give me a rundown on the Granny Knockers.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys obviously work within kind of esports. M&J has been a commentator for a long, long time, but a lot of Rai works for Blast, right? So, you have, a lot of guys who are involved within esports, but maybe not as kind of prevalent, maybe as the Binmen. You got casters, you got talent, all the rest. But no, they've been together for a while. If I'm right in saying they started just as a bit of a mix, started to have fun, enjoy it, and then ended up being like a little bit of a brand coming off the back of M&J, if I'm right in saying. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Granny Snooker's been around for a little bit longer.
They have, a long time, yeah. I've had a jersey for about 2.5 years, which is longer than I've had a Binmen one. So.
See, I wish you would have worn that jersey today, because it could have been perfect, right?
I should have brought
you ever seen wrestling, right? You
have
the play-by-play who's like the face guy, and then the heel who's the color, and he's just like, this guy's great. Yeah, this guy's terrible. No, I'm hard, and I know what I'm talking about, and I'm the bad guy, and all that stuff. That could have been you.
It could have been me. It could have been me. I want to see something like Granny Knockers. I mean, when you're in the server, your Granny Knockers, and you've got level 1, 300 elo Daft giving you the calls, that could be tilting. We're hoping that maybe they can just zone him out a bit.
If I can be fair, I'm also level 1, so some of the greatest minds can still come to the back. Don't have to be in server to necessarily have the rest of impact. So it might be a sleeper hit. You might have some real good strats. I mean, I'm curious more than anything else.
Yeah, so am I. And of course, this is kind of kickstarting what's going to be some interesting games after this. We've got Street Fighter and Overwatch finals happening after this as well. So it's a little bit of a warm-up before we get in towards those. So Granny Knockers, as they mentioned, they won the pub quiz. That's pretty esteemed these days in EPIC.LAN, winning the pub quiz. So good effort from them.
I should know. I'm two-time pub quiz champion.
Oh, okay.
Right? And one of those, I was representing the Binmen. So in my personal opinion, right now, we are 1-for-1 in that respect. I mean, over the course of the weekend, of course, Granny Knockers do take the lead. But I think in the overall rivalry, we're currently ahead. And we're even now.
Yes.
1-1. So now we have a chance to go ahead. And I have no doubt that my boys are going to be able to pull that off personally.
We'll have to wait and see, right? That's what it comes down to. I think now we're just waiting for everybody to get into the server, get ready set up, make sure they kind of got the skins as well. We spoke. I mean, credit to Trade It GG helping out with this one. It's a really, really big effort from them. Of course, as mentioned, this is all for charity. So if you are sitting at home watching or sitting here in the arena, please do donate. It's a really, really good cause, of course. For breast cancer awareness. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you can find all the links on the social media pages. I imagine there probably is going to be, if you're watching in Twitch, there might be a link being posted somewhere within that chat. And again, £1,500 we've raised so far. We want to go as high as we can, Neo. So keep donating, keep giving, and keep enjoying with this show match, which I'm being told is about ready to get started. I'm hoping that's accurate information, because I'm looking over to the Binmen and I see Retro's out of his seat. So fingers crossed. I haven't been given complete lies, Hayden. So,
We'll see. I'm looking forward to this. Ancients are really interesting. I wonder why they went Ancient. I wonder if that was kind of a conscious thing of like, we're both
was there a veto process, or was it just...
assuming? Or maybe they're like, yeah, Ancient's fun, why not? Ancients become quite puggy these days, so maybe it kind of fits the narrative. I assumed it would be like a Mirage or Inferno.
Yeah.
but maybe someone's a hater on either side. I'm an Inferno hater. I'm a pretty proud Inferno hater as well.
I think Inferno got worse with the update, I'll be honest.
I'm with you all day.
I'm not a big fan. So.
I'm with you. Yeah, I know Granny's Knockers played against us in the group, so it's a map which they're comfortable on. We had a pretty close game, 13-11 to us, so they're competent on it. So I'm really actually looking forward to this. Tyler, of course, has played them once, so he's got a bit of an edge up here over the rest of the Binmen boys.
Yeah, and Tyler's also got that star power, right? He's the bin man. He brings his jersey and he goes to every single professional event, right? And he constantly is in all those camera shots. He's always up and around the place.
On
People
Pro
know
League?
him. He was on Pro League, the Binmen. We had a troop go out there to Malta. I couldn't join them, sadly, because I was busy. But obviously, Dweg was there as well. And of course, Tyler's just generally the representative of the Binmen. So obviously, he's got to have a good day because otherwise, what's the point?
Exactly. He gets a good track record getting on camera. I've got to give him credit. I know at Cologne he got a little interview as well in
Major
the jersey.
Paris.
Major Paris, mate. He's like 3 for 3 in big events, so fair play to him. But then again, when you're wearing the luscious Binmen jersey, you do stand out a bit. So I've got to respect it in that way. It's kind of like, it's clever marketing.
Yeah, and they also wear the orange ones. So like they're just completely like high vis. No one really, like they stick out from the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Look, and no disrespect to the pink jerseys we have on from you, and obviously the rest of the guys are also wearing their pink jerseys in for breast cancer awareness, of course. But those orange jerseys, they always stand out. And there's a few of them floating around LAN as well. So keep your eyes out for them because they're very hard to miss.
There's a quite cool couple of raffle prizes as well for those who do give some money over towards, of course, breast cancer awareness. You do enter into a raffle. There's some pretty cool prizes up for grabs already. I think there's rumors that maybe a few more as well, some spicy ones coming on the deck. So there's some decent stuff starting to come through. So it's worthwhile, basically.
Indeed. It just gives you more reason to keep donating. So find those links, get into things. I'm being told there's an Intel gaming PC, in fact, so I might enter that raffle myself personally.
Okay, all right. That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. You can buy tickets at the Epic shop, by the way, if you do want to enter in towards the raffle. Of course, it's all for a good cause. And why not? Even in the chance of winning a PC, you're not going to say no to that. An upgrade is always an upgrade. Mate, and I think we have been told that the game will be starting soon as well, which will be sick when we get into it.
I'd enter a PC giveaway for a bad cause, let alone a good cause. So it just makes a whole lot of sense, right? Just keep donating, keep giving. And we'll be raising money throughout the course of the weekend, not just for this show match as well. So this is just one part of the overall process. I think actually we hit our target before LAN even began, if memory serves me correctly. So this is all surplus. This is all just going that extra step beyond. So
that's what it's all about. But yes, we are just about to get underway in towards our show match. Ancient is where we are starting, and of course, a CT side start for the Binmen. This is what it's all about. Expect some wackiness coming in towards the server. We're expecting some funky plays to come out here, Jay.
Indeed we are, and I am curious more than anything else to find out exactly what kind of funky plays we'll be getting. We're on board with Dweg to start things off. He's out towards that B-bomb site. 2 players on the defensive over there, part of this pistol. Meanwhile, the Granny's Knockers spreading out with a bit of an A default set in. There's one player making his way in from mid, and Tyler has the angle on M&J, and that first headshot is drawn out. Shep's got a couple of issues, but 2 more individuals are ready and wearing. They're not aware that the A site's being taken. Meanwhile, Tyler still able to get a double, almost a triple, but can't quite make it happen. 3 trades come back from the Knockers, and it's a 2v2.
Okay, this game's starting to spice up a little bit. Double stack coming through for Dweg, and Blaze coming through that mid-rotate, but the bomb will go, and that's huge. Now they can set themselves up in a post plant. No util to work with, contact to be taken. Coach can be the first line of defense, and down he goes.
One more player left out to the donut position. Dweg's trying to see if he can tap that bomb. Rai's holding face. He's shut down. And the W indeed has been put into his name as the pistol goes the way of the Binmen.
Pretty crisp, pretty clean. I've got to give credit to Tyler as well. Started that round off so damn well. Sumptuous double. And before you know it, Binmen going to take the first notch on the board. Granny's Knockers all down to them in response. But a bomb plant does mean the opportunity for a full buy. So I feel like we might see it. We will see it. Full buy is going to come through. I'm all for this. Khalil's going to come out, MP7s, and the rest. Same sort of buy over towards Binmen. But I see something lurking there in the middle.
Yeah, there's a Negev on Penguin. I don't know what that's about, but fair enough. I guess he's trying to make it work. He's going to provide covering fire. You can actually see
through, yeah.
I think the Negev actually gives a slightly bigger radius than most of the weapons, so it might actually have its place. As Blaze finds his place in the server, 2 kills found for the 1 trade out over, I believe, at Cheetah, and now the teams will press on to the B bomb site, but they're still getting shut down. Retro gets his pick in, and now it's a 2-man advantage for the Binmen.
Big flank going to come through as well. Rai might be in trouble. M&J is down. He goes. Down goes Ryan. And before you know it, a 2-0 start with only the 1 casualty. Not too bad for the Binmen. They're building up a little bit of a repertoire early doors here.
Yeah, Ryan on Ryan action there towards the end, so it all works
favourite.
out pretty well. Yeah, exactly. But as you mentioned before, shut down outside of the bomb site. No bomb plant was taken, so it's just going to be upgrade pistols here for the Knockers. Just Deagles across the board.
Bit of a heavy investment, though, when you think about it, right? They've gone for a pretty hefty buy, even despite loss bonus. Might be left a little bit limited when it comes towards the util. Ryan going to find the first. Retro drops Shep. So, Deagles in towards mid, but Coach will answer back.
Make it a 4-on-4. All sorts of Deagles involved, and I've just noticed that the Binmen have actually matched them head-to-head, so they're not even going to go for the heavy investment. Penguin does catch off Coach, and he's still hunting for more.
It's 1v1
I just
towards
realised,
mid. Yeah, they're sitting back.
Individual fights, neither of them going the way of Penguin. He's going for 360. Tries to see if he can wrap around that corner, get onto M&J. Engagement foul to the headshot, and now we stand at evens. He's gone for a double! Oh, what a sick shot that was!
Give it a spin, Sunshine. Go for a third. Wants it. Dweg might meet a similar fate. Getting close, though. Does get a little tag. Dweg going to go across and drop some. M&J limited to 2, but a very good 2.
And a 2v2. Taps continue from Dweg, still holding Era Candles. Needs that headshot, and he lands it perfectly. Now just down to one of Rai. And he's got 2 individual fights to take. Needs those headshots real quick. The taps will continue, but he has brought up to even stances. It's still a 1-versus-1 situation right here. They continue to look for the fights. Blaze shoulder baiting, doing really well at that as well. Rai caught in the back, tagged up, not dead yet. Is he going to be here though? Blaze making even further progression. And Rai faces around that corner to win the fight and bring home 1 for the Granny's Knockers.
Not bad when it comes to the 1v1s, when it's all about individual skill. Granny's Knockers stepping up, so maybe a sign of things to come. Big round for them to be taken too, considering if they had lost that, they would have had very limited funds. And that kind of is the case over towards the Binmen now. A PP Bison out in play, an MP5 and a FAMAS. I've got to say, the MP5 kind of seems to be revitalizing towards CS2. It was never picked in Go, but now I'm seeing it a little bit more, even in Pro CS.
I'm a big silence of fans. I'm very excited to see that personally. I'm an M4A1S USP guy now, and MP5 all about this. Meanwhile, the PP shooter from Blaze is going to try to see if he can PP all over the setup outside of the B-bomb site. 4 players stacked up there, but no real contact established.
This could be a chunky nade. Over it comes, and a little bit of damage. Enough, at least, to keep them at bay for at least a moment. Smoke Diva towards CT. Pem going to find the first.
Very nicely done. The lurk out as well towards the elbow control. Might be a bit of concern. No, never mind. No concerns for Blaze. He's caught 3, and they are just getting rolled here in these rifle rounds. The Granny's Knockers not holding a candle to the Binmen. Oh, Tyler will snuff their flame outs. I think that's a 5-1, 4-1 scoreline at this stage. The Binmen looking really good. 3-1, never mind. I'm a bit too far ahead of the game.
Yeah, well, Blaze with 3, with the PP Bison as well. So making that one work. Of course, got pretty substantial ammo, so does a pretty decent job. He's going to keep hold of it. I don't actually blame him at all. Another low buy round. May as well make the most out of that Bison. Kill bonus can farm up quite a bit. So, another round in which the Binmen are the favourites here. 3-1 so far. Another deep nade to come through. Nothing much to be done. I think this is a really rough round for Granny's because you can't really expect too much, sadly.
Nah, just these pistols in play. So this should be a simple enough affair, at least I hope so. M&J engaging against Penguin, but Penguin will win that fight. 1 man down again. The Rifles will take full hold of this situation and should be able to wrap around as one from the back lines. The backstab's coming in very effectively. Retro has had been caught off guard, so there was at least 1 pistol kill. They'll fight their way back out of a corner, but just look at the bullets flying all over them. Coach with 1 more trade, but that's still a 1 versus 3, and they're closing in real quick.
This could be dicey. Penguin's a lucky man to stay alive. Might not for much longer. Glock for 1. What? Glock makes it a second. And now we're into a 1 versus 1. Dweg on an AK. M4 as well for Coach. Low HP. And Dweg will see it off when it matters most in the clutch. Dweg finds that W once again.
A little bit sloppy towards the tail end there, though, because it
Through
was...
the flames.
Yeah. I mean, it's just consider the fact that was a Glock and it almost took down 3 players.
Yeah.
So... got to be a little bit more careful on that one, boys. They are in a 4-1 lead, though, so all's well that ends well when it comes to the bottom line. The top line still shows the Rifles, however. Inbound now from the Granny's Knockers.
Blaze really enjoying this PP Bison. Orb in play for Tyler. Having played the this Epic with Tyler. He's pretty damn good on the big green.
By the way, his profile picture is glorious.
Yeah, it's great. It got changed just before our last game. Let's see. This Bison going to be called upon in just a second.
Down the back lines, back up as well towards the left-hand side. Retro going to get a couple of decent picks and all that. Meanwhile, Penguins backstabbing, and suddenly this situation seems like once again it's going to fall apart for the Granny's Knockers. Rai continuing to fight, but Dwayne comes up with one and a double. Didn't even allow his teammate to get the knife, which is a little bit out of spirit.
Yeah, exactly.
But they get the win anyway.
Yeah, get the stats though, so I can kind of respect that side of it in a way. Unfortunately, once again, Granny's Knockers, funds are struggling. Attack pause to be called here. And unfortunately for Granny's Knockers, this situation couldn't really get any worse. Or when you think it can't get worse, now they've got to listen to DAF. So then it does.
And that's the question we were talking about earlier, mate. Like, how many stats can DAF have, right? We talked level 1, 300 elo, sure. That might seem like bad on paper, but what if it's all in his mind, right? What if it's all just there in his brain to be given to far better mechanical players?
Have you had a conversation with DAF before?
No.
There's not a lot up there.
Actually, I have had a conversation with DAF before, to be fair, actually. But never about like the intricacies of the game.
Yeah, that brain, very smooth. It's impressive in a way. Shiny, some would say. We'll see what...
I mean, look, he's very good at getting clickbait interviews.
Oh, there we go.
Like,
I've got to give him his respect.
I can tell that firsthand, so, you know.
Got to give him his respect. They are going to go for a lower buy here. Couple of grenade pistols in towards mid. Decent control, to be fair.
Standard south from the Binmen. Meanwhile, Tyler's AWP set and ready to take a shot or two. Land onto one of M&J. Rai's also tagged beyond belief. 3 kills found. 1 trade finally gained there, but now Flawless Slayers has got no further backup. Coach is down. Everyone's down. Deagle 16 HP versus 4. This seems like it's another Binmen round.
Yeah, fair play. And, of course, the auto shotgun coming out. Something I'm a big fan of. That is one of the guns that feels like it's got even further buffed in towards CS2. I want to see what Tyler goes back into. He looked pretty clean on the AWP, it has to be said. So he might go into it again, but he wouldn't have any util. 5-7 picked up. Oh, okay. Lesser buys coming through for the Binmen. Auto shotguns coming out for Granny's Knockers. I'm all for it.
I think they're giving him a freebie round here. They're gonna take the look. They're crab walking. They are crab walking into the B bomb site, slowly but surely, ever so carefully.
I respect it.
Inch by inch into the defensive. The Julies still going to win a fight here for Dwayne. Oh, no way. You've been given a chance. That is not a shotgun for Dwayne. M&J and Flawless come back. Retro one of his own. 2 versus 2 now down to 1 on the T side. I cannot believe they've just done that. That is like a strat roulette call.
Yeah.
And they've still made it work.
Crab walk, Julies over towards the site, and they still aren't able to find it. My God, Granny's Knockers is getting dire in the server. 7-1 Brazil here on Ancient. And this one could not get too much worse. And also to come out into play for Granny's Knockers, so it's good to see. Binmen going to go for, once again, a little bit of a lesser buy. An auto shotgun out, a PP Bison. No real drops aside from that. So once again, giving them another chance.
I mean, look, it worked. Last time around, it worked. So can you really complain at this stage? I'm a little bit sus of Tyler going in with just the USP and nothing else. So that might become a slight. Oh, no, he actually got the Zeus. Okay. Can't see that on the HUD. Valve, please fix. But you were talking about the Zeus potentially coming into play, and this might be the chance for them to make it work. Molotov. Oh, it doesn't extend. Oh, this could be glorious.
He actually might get away with this, M&J. Oh, no! That was the opportunity. That was the time where he could have got it. Right, we're going to get one of his own as well. Retro's in behind. Good for 1. Looks for a second with shots. And a quick trade going to come in. The A site open.
Dwage's got the Bison. He's got the 1-on-4 as well. First pick found, AK upgrades. Now it's time for some of those face-it pracks to come to fruition. And not even going to happen in the face of the AWP. Second round for the Granny's Knockers here. Daff is looking particularly proficient. Although I noticed he's got a phone on stage. That's not allowed.
I think it's TeamSpeak. Yeah, I guess that's
that shouldn't be allowed, though. Disqualify him. Get him out of here.
He's stream sniping. As you can see as well, some lovely skins.
On the stream, actually? I don't even know.
Oh, that's a good question. It's a good question.
I'm not going to question it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Some lovely skins in the server, of course, provided by Trader.gg. They're pretty damn sick, I have to be said. And some pretty damn sick Negevs coming in towards this round, too. A double here. One for Dweg, one for Penguin. And a double AWP, too.
See, Dweg's missed the point, right? We're trying to promote Trade It for supporting this, and you've given us the worst skin possible on the Negevs. So That's a him call. He's going to make it work for the kill, alongside Penguin as well, who's got Shep. M&J's down, but there's Flawless Slays and Coach in with a couple of trades back, so the advantage still stays with the Granny's Knockers, but for how much longer, if any longer at all?
It's a tough retake, say the least. Negev and on a warp on a retake, arguably couldn't get any worse. But the bomb's still not down just yet. Tyler got a gap, finds a kill. Coach goes down, 2v2, level standing. Just with Sparks ahead on the second attempt as well. He might fall, and he will.
Gives him a little bit of shoulder. Meanwhile, the Negev comes up for Dweg. One pick back, Rai 1 versus 1. He's got flash utility as well. Head of the game. Molotov sent. AK now up close and personal, and Dweg has no idea. Caught the shoulder. Spray through, and Rai's got it. T-side win, third round of the board for Granny Knockers.
My God, arguably a little bit closer than maybe should have been. Not too bad at all. So, an opportunity for Granny Knockers to maybe build upon this, up to their third. We'll see what they can do. They're going to go into a nice comfy buy. Up in play, couple of AKs. 8,000 on one, no investment. What's going on there? Oh, there you go. AK comes out and one dropped as well. So we got a very competent buy over towards Granny Knockers. Unfortunately, though, we got a little bit of a shaky buy over towards the Binmen, which to make him work.
Blaze again with the Bison. I'm able to get much more than the first kill, and Penguin's got the laser of the Negev to try and provide covering support, but unable to make it work for anything. Him and Retro down and out to 4 versus 2 now. The Granny's Knockers converging in on the last two individuals of that B bomb site. Tyler still lands Coach in the back of the head. Dweg gets M&J, 2 versus 2. This round suddenly goes on with a flashbang. Perfect! Dweg's caught another. Is he going to put another W on the board? Perhaps he might do one-on-one. Tyler's down. A WP flick for Flawless Slays. Slays the beast on the opposing team. And the Granny's Knockers are building back into this match.
Dweg is sat down there in the 1v1. He was low as well. One tag to the chest and he was done for. That is a crispy flick. My God. Not bad at all. Index having a little combo there with Ryan. We are going to see a pause. So Index wants a little conversation to be had himself. Take a look through some of the stats. Dweg leading the charge.
Oh, okay.
Did we expect that?
I mean, I was hoping for it because he's got a lot to prove in my eyes. So, look, he's doing all right, all things considered. Whether that will stay is another question entirely. Was it the Granny's Knockers or the Binmen that took that tactical pause?
It was actually Granny's Knockers. I assumed it was going to be the Binmen. Index went over towards Ryan, indicated a little bit. But
well, look, what I will say is that you're mentioning Daffy Smoothbrain, right? But
yeah.
You consider the fact that since that first tac pause,
true. I love my hands up.
Granny's Knockers have started to come back into this match. It was a 7-1 at one point. Now they're back in. Not quite even, but they've got one more round to make up in this half, so they've got an opportunity here to make it 7-5. Go to the CT side.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a respectable return. What are they doing?
What is praying to the tree gods here?
If you want sneaky beaky in server, you can just come up on the stage, guys. Like, you know.
We're all for the environment here at EPIC.LAN, so they're just making sure that it gets the respect it deserves. Final round of the half.
I mean, based on the lack of deodorant from some of the players, I'd start to debate that particular point. But, you know. Uh-oh, indeed. 1 down, 2 down. Retro's got 3.
No.
Forced to the reload.
No.
Back is still caught a quadra. Ace time. Nice out. USP. No. M&J comes up. Tyler landed a no scope for that credit. He has every right to stand up and trash talk. That was such a sick play.
Granny's Knockers. That is a rough one. Getting quad killed by anybody's brutal, but Ryan Retro Bernard of all of them. That's the one that'll really get in your head. He's sitting closest too, so he can get nice and loud. 8-4 at the turn of the half. Pretty one-sided showing here in the server. A lot of Julies though coming out for the Granny's Knockers. Across the board, in fact. So, let's see what they can do with it. Only one person picking up armor. That's a rarity on a pistol.
Straight in mid on all 5 players. Meanwhile, all 5 of the Binmen straight up out to the A-bomb site. Might be a convergence into the backlines for the retake, although they have slowed things down, giving Rai a chance to lead the charge, but Penguin's got other plans. Kill found on the first. Needs to sit that second at Coach, but Coach has returned it to even. So 4-on-4, bombs down to the A site.
Now things get a little shaky. Shep going to find one of his own. Dweg goes down, and in doing so, sets up a nice 4v2 post spawn. M&J going to find Blaze. This one starting to fall apart a little bit for the Binmen. They could be taking the trash out right now. Tyler answers back, looks for a second, traded, and that'll be that. So, retake successful. And Granny's Knockers kicks out the second half well.
It might have been an awkward end to the first half, but they are continuing with this comeback on the Granny's Knockers side. An all-important pistol, which will go quite a fair way away. We saw Binmen winning the pistol in the first half, for example. We saw how far they were able to carry that momentum into the 7-1 scoreline. So there's opportunities abound now for the Knockers if they can continue this. Of course, there was a bomb plant, so there'll also be a buy.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Blaze going back into his favourite weapon, the PP Bison coming back out, sports by double Mac 10 and a double Galil. So not actually the worst buy, all things considered, for the Binmen. Let's see what they can do with it. Double MP9 on the other side, but it's M4s, which should take the bulk of the damage. But no, Retro and Penguin, other ideas.
Not again, guys. Burst through from Penguin, going to try and catch Shep as his teammates make up the distance. Dweg in with the pick next, 4 versus 2. You've got Coach on the backside, 1 M4 pick on Blaze, as the backstab is also being set up. They have to go for a retake here, and it's 2 versus 3. Favourable to the T side. Are they paying much attention to the backlines? I don't think they are. This press on could well become very awkward indeed, it might.
Oh my god, this is great. No, if you had a kit and a smoke, you actually could have stuck it. Would have been huge. Going to bait in the fights here. Penguin fights with a smoke down. He goes, but a quick trade.
1 man left. Where is he? Very far away. Dweg and O'Tyler set and ready on the defensive. Very far back and passive and all. Coach checks his corner. O'Tyler and Dweg will peek together, shut him down, and that is good team play from the Binmen squad. Return fire off the force buy, and that might shut the momentum down now.
Yeah, got to be said. I think that's so important. You know, winning pistols is good to kind of get the early kind of, I guess, the start of the half kind of nerves out of the way, but those force buys are massive. That's where momentum comes to. That's where you really get to get some wind in the old sails, and especially economically speaking too. So, back into buy. We might see a similar sort of thing we saw early with the Deagles in towards mid. The Eagles over towards Granny's Knockers. Is it the 1v1s again? I think it is. I'm all for this.
All right, Penguin versus Shep. Shep's taking the early damage, so that's a decent start up. Not quite the kill shot yet. A little bit of damage return, but Penguin still holds on to the first frag.
Now Penguin versus Emoji. Emoji had a lovely little double in towards the first attempt. There's the first. Not bad. Now it's Dweg. An important one for him. Dweg had a bit of form himself on the Deeg, and he will find a kill.
Indeed he does. Leading the charge now. The advantage sits with the Binmen. O'Tyler is playing bait for some reason. He's also got a rifle as well. Don't know what that's all about, but Deagle still reigns supreme, and Coach will prove the point. Kill onto Dweg. Back to evens we will go. O'Tyler next up to task. The shots from both players end up missing, and neither man able to get the kill.
Close but no cigar so far. Tyler does deliver a little bit of a tag. Looking for a headshot though, and he'll find it. Nice shot from Tyler. Looks for another opportunity. Going to go over to a shelf too. So Flawless looking for the angle, running out of ammo. Needs to fall away, and just about does. I'm a big fan of these little 1v1s. I've got to be said. Tyler's getting so damn close. Crosses on, not the bullets.
I'm going to get a kill shot yet. He's just charging straight up to Flawless. Close the gap, son. Get up close and personal and spam away unless the Deagle can take it back to a 2 versus 2. Retro now up on the Binmen side, and he domes in Flawless immediately. The time was also ticked down to 20 seconds. They've got to get his kill on Rai very quickly. If he even lands one pick, that might be enough to get the ground itself. Both players out of ammo, dodged out of the way. Second man, Blaze, making his way up, but Retro still lands the pick. And it's double digits now for the Binmen.
Close again. Going down to the wire there, but Binmen just about have the edge this time. Second time as well. Now let's see how things pan out. I wonder what we're going to see coming forward for Granny's Knock, because there's not a lot left in this game. Right, trying to start a little char, a little clap here. Imagine missing those shots. 100% intended. Couldn't have said it better myself. Could never be me. So, back into a buy. Scouts in play here for M&J.
Seen very little of Scout today.
We have, yeah.
See whether or not it's actually going to come to any decent effect here. It's a lot of presence in mid, so if there's one place for it to work, it would be there. The problem is there's so many numbers and they're charging up so quickly. O'Tyler has at least gone down to Shep, so that's an opening advantage here for the Granny's Knockers. Now wrapping around to the back of the B-bomb site, Rai's not ready for it, is his teammate. Penguin has walked right past the man, and Flawless can get a pick or two with that 5-7 Blaze. Back in with an engagement, and it's a 3-on-2 that still favors the CT side, but the bomb's on site and can get planted. They're still contesting it though. Dweg's up with 1, 2 versus 2. Check the back. There's Coach. He's been put in a timeout, and Blaze will close out in a blaze of glory, and it might be glory right now for the Binmen. They are 2 away from the W.
Got to be said, for a low buy round for Granny's Knockers, I give him some respect. 3 out of 5 kills, not too bad. And he had, what, a Scout and an MP9? Basically had to work with. Not the worst, but still, as we mentioned, at this point in time, Do we really care? We're going to have a little bit of a clap going this time. Yeah. Is the Icelandic clap? Isn't that what it is, basically?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, from the World Cup, like kind of the war chant. In towards mid, this could be aggressive, and it's a Zeus fight,
Zeus on Zeus battle.
Let's see.
Who's going to get shocked first? It's going to be Penguin down first and foremost. Retro, Dwayne, and Tyler find a couple of picks as well. It's a 3-on-2 overall for the Binmen. Knives are out for those that actually missed their Zeus shot, and it's going to work out to a 2 versus 2, now to a 1 versus 1. Blaze and Chef, he used it, the trump card from range.
Just left it in the back pocket. Smart from Shep. The beautiful bait and switch. Just when you thought, oh, surely, no ammo. Already used it. How wrong you were. Had the range, had the kill. Granny's Knockers stay alive in this game for at least a mere moment.
That was 300 IQ right there.
That was.
Well done, sir. Now we go back to a little, more standard, a little bit more standard. Still got a few Negevs in play. And
one each side.
Yeah. The Blaze Bison going to press forward again as the forward man on the B bomb site. Ryri's caught blinded and spammed down to his demise. The site is already dropped here. The bomb's going to get planted.
I like this one, Penguin. Just spam every bit of wood in their vicinity and hope for the best. It actually keeps Flawless Slays at bay. So, in a sense, kind of working. Now he's going to wait 40 seconds for it to reload. Back in for seconds. The smoke gets naded out, gets broken there. Blaze going to find one before he's traded by Coach. Looking for more. ADing there by Retro with MP5. Going to find one of his own. 2 versus 2 ensues. Both sides taking serious damage. This one gets quite dicey. The retake not got a lot of time left either.
On the defuse, no kit for it. Tyler's got him as a result. M&J locked down, locked into the bomb site at this stage. He's still hunting for Dweg. Spray through, knives out. He still gets shut down. And I think from there, it's too little, too late to make a retake happen. The Orbs just checking it. He might get an exit frag against his name. Both players might go up with the bomb, but the round is going the way of the Binmen. Now on match point in the show match and for the Granny's Knockers.
That shiny trophy there. They're 1 round away from it. It's going to need to be a massive recovery coming through from the Granny's Knockers. This is such a steep uphill battle. They've really struggled to find consistency this game. They've had some moments. The Zeus, of course, very good. When it matters most, they've had their moments. The Zeus kills and a couple of the slightly janky ones. This one more of the same. In towards mid. Got all of that control. Actually, the Binmen just going to give it up to them. Respect it.
Julie's in on 3 individuals. So once again, they're giving another one of these freebie rounds. They're actually crab walking their way into the bomb site once again. So slowly but surely, we've got one player that's pushed out to the B bomb site, and Shap's just having none of this. Retro does get a pick alongside a double up. Blaze has gone down. Tyler's gone down, however, in return. So it's all left to Retro, unable to make anything happen there. So no shocking steals from the pistols this time, but I've seen that a couple of times over the course of the matchup. I wouldn't have doubted it had it gone the way of the Binmen. Fortunately for Granny's Knockers, it has. So they're within 5.
Ooh, scouts coming out. I like this. I was going to say just then, I wouldn't mind seeing them go for another low buy round and go 5 orbs. 5 scouts, even more of a fan of. Let's see what they can do with it. Of course, P90 on the other side. Something that is actually very strong in CS2 in all fairness. The running and gunning meta that we have right now, P90 is pretty damn good.
This is very fast from these scout players. All 5 scouts, what they're taking into the site siege. No one's there on the defensive line. Blaze has gone down first and foremost to the SMG alongside one from Flawless. The bomb is going to get planted, but there are no trades back in turn here. The Zeus flick, not going to quite land there from Coach, but at 1 HP, he still gets the kill on Tyler. And Rai has done more damage to the CT side than the T's did. So 8 on the board of the Granny's Knockers. And we may have a game back on our hands here.
Yeah, those close-range duels. The scout doesn't really have the advantage there, as seen. Only the 1 casualty, to a team kill, to a HE. So, what have the Binmen go for? They got 4 rounds in the back pocket. So clip there. We'll take a look at the leaderboard once again, if that's the right production. I want to see like where we're standing right now. Retro 21 kills, Dweg 20. Not a bad little performance here. M&J leading the charge with 16 over towards Granny Knockers. Going to need even more out of him to stay alive here in this game, but it's just pistols on the other side.
2 individuals standing up the most right now for the Binmen, and if they can continue it, they might still work out for them. Unfortunately, they've been mowed down. The pistols overwhelmed by the SMG, the P90, the Pro 90, if you will. All 5 alive due to his efforts, and the Granny's Knockers continue to stack on these rounds here. This was looking like a one-sided game at one particular point. However, it's come and well, that part is gone and now come to a point where the gap is closed significantly now.
I mean, we're kind of in a position where if it was a normal game, we would kind of say you've more or less got kind of 1 full buy, maybe a half buy to try and kind of stay alive here, basically. So Not a bad little position to be in. Double all setup out for Granny's Knockers. Rai off the back of the P90. Plenty of cash in those back pockets. And AUG as well. That's become very popular once again in towards CS2. Out towards A. It's going to be a messy fight. Coach goes down as Penguin looks to close this. Looking for a double, but Chef's got other ideas.
Blaze with the next pick back, but M&J straight through the smoke, shuts him back down as pure clothesline with the HE on Dwayne, too low HP for him. The AWP now looking into the back lines. The AK is hoping that someone gives him an angle on the CT side. It's a double up on a retake, and that's going to cost M&J big time, but it's not going to cost Rai. Tyler's down. It's now all on to Retro, who can't hit a shot. The AWP goes ham. And once again, the Granny's Knockers are closing the gap. 12 to 10 now. I believe we'll have overtime as well if they can make it to 12 themselves.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, credit to Rai. That's 2 rounds in a row. He's done a bit of a masterclass. 4 kills in round prior, 2 there with the AWP on the retake. Not bad. And we are going to see a pause called. The first pause by the Binmen that they've called. Maybe feeling the nerves a little bit. Bring Index in towards the conversation. The coach, very talented individual himself, so he can maybe make something happen here. right. Trying it. I respect it.
For the benefit of the stream, he's just screamed, "Come on, Neo, get involved." You getting involved, Neo?
I'm in, mate. I'm all in. I'm all in.
Mate. Nah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, pause concluded. We go back in towards the game. 10-12 is where we find ourselves. The Binmen still 1 round away from that all-elusive trophy. Do Granny's Knockers have anything left in the back pocket to stay alive here? 2 more rounds to find out.
Still got that Bison on Blaze. He's been doing pretty well with it in previous rounds. Not so much in the last 4 or 5 or so. Back in mid control again, heavy damage sustained on Penguin. He's the first casualty. Shep stepped up, and he's continuing to step up here, the defensive line. Tyler can get that trade, but meanwhile, Dweger's fallen elsewhere, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. Again, it favors the Granny's Knockers. The pace at which the Binmen are playing, are trying to get into this A-bomb site, but Tyler's fallen. The anchor in mid dealt with. It's all Retro and Blaze, AK and Bison. AK spotted. Ooh. That's a good headshot. A double up from the man himself. 2 versus 2. He almost makes it a triple, but Rai turns it back, and now it's all on Blaze to get shut the hell down. And we'll go the full distance. It looks like 12-11.
All right.
Final round of regulation here, Neo.
Got to be said, Rai's really stepped up these last few rounds. Really looking good. Solid work. That's 8 kills in the last 3 rounds for Rai. He's doing pretty damn well individually. That AWP looking very good for him. Full AK's out for the Binmen to try and close this, but overtime is looming. Granny's Knockers on a serious run of form right now. Confidence at an all-time high.
It was the time to take a tactical pause. It might have been now as well. They've still got 3 to play with here on the Binmen. However, they've opted against it. They took it in the previous round. Let's see what they've got to play with here and now. Got the lane default. 1 man snuck forward. Look at Flawless Slays. Shep's caught 1. Blaze has no idea that he's in trouble, but there's a trade available. No, the smoke's in the way. Dwayne can't see him. Penguin's so focused on the bomb site as well. And this 5-on-3 could be enough to send us to an overtime. Dwayne has no idea. He's still held back here. Penguin caught off with a headshot. A massive sequence up towards that top mid control. Finally, Flawless is dealt with, but there's only 2 players left to pick up the pieces.
This is tough. 2 versus 4. 1 minute to work with. Dwayne going to find another. Coach goes down. An overextension will be costly. And now this starts to become a little bit of a doable scenario. Low HP on towards one of the Granny Knockers. And Util starting to wear a little bit thin both sides.
45 seconds to play with. Only 1 man in the back to hold the defensive of that B bomb site. Rai's AWP. Is he watching? I don't know if he's passive or not. He sees the head of Dweg and takes it clean off. And now it's all on Retro to go massive. Go thermonuclear here in the show match. Spotted by Rai, who pushes us the distance from a 7-1 advantage. It's in overtime for the Granny's Knockers.
Not a bad little recovery there at all. I think individually spurred on by Rai. 10 kills in the last 4 rounds. He is massively stepped up. Being a bit of a linchpin to the success of Granny's Knockers. They're finding form, and they're stepping up in quite a big way. We go towards overtime now. It's back to the old MR15, back to what we know and love from Go.
It feels like MR15 when you hit the 16 scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's take a look and see what things, or how things will develop in towards overtime. I don't think we will see too much of a break before we get there, but maybe any of those 1v1s just to maybe kickstart overtime. It's probably not a bad way to settle the nerves if you're the Binmen.
Well,
they're chilling though. JDM,
yeah.
He's back from the dead. We've missed him.
They've got every right to be chilling, right? They've done extremely well in getting back here. And now they've got an opportunity to really springboard into a successful matchup if they can convert on overtime. I believe it's 12.5K, the overtime rule set.
It is.
So, no issues when it comes to economy saving and buying will be an absolute at this point. Double AWPs coming in for the CT forces. Granny's Knockers have one to contend with on Tyler's part of things.
Well, let's take a look and see. Very passive in the early round here by the Binmen. I like this. It's calm. It's composed. They're trying to make sure they don't repeat the mistakes of the past. Looking in that direction of A, though. This could be huge. A double in towards Donut.
They're going quick.
In comes the util.
Very quick indeed. 3 players on the defensive. Fourth man's on the rotation. The AWP held back passive over at Temple Penguin is going to try and force him back with the utility bases, but he swings wide and straight into the clutches of Flawless. He will go. Now they've been bracketed in. The bomb's gone down, so it's stand and hold your ground. Flawless waiting on backup.
It's a tough angle to clear as well. Coming through Temple, Dweg will fall. The swing going to come through, not good enough. Blaze for one. Right with the AWP, can't connect. Blaze makes it a double, and this could be dire straits here. Granny's Knockers left down to 1. M&J, the man in the middle, needs a triple, and he makes it 2. Can he make it the 3rd? The last player is 1 HP. Tyler's in trouble. M&J pulls off a monstrous 1v3, but does he have the time?
Does he have the time for the defuse?
Oh, it's so close.
It's close.
He's got it.
It's bang on the money.
Oh my. Oh my. If you're the Binmen, you are feeling rough right about now. What a 1v3. M&J, a masterclass by the man in the middle. And what a way to kickstart overtime. What a response from them as well. After going 12-8 down, it looked like they were dead. And now taking the first round here in overtime. They are thriving.
He's repped the Jays very well, I'll say that for certain. Beautiful 3K. They were very low on HP, which gave them the chance in the first place, but man alive, the tenacity to go for that. Perfection on the part of the Granny's Knockers, but the Binmen aren't done. Penguin has made it feel icy cold there in mid. 2 kills found, 2 men down, no trades found as of yet, but Ryrai's got something to say about that, only for a moment's respite. Blaze in with 1, Penguin has fallen, and now the bomb has been planted. Backline's cleared, both individuals in the retake coming in from long and short, and Shepard's caught it to a 2 versus 2.
Now this actually develops a little bit interestingly. M&J's found one of their own already, and does have some HP to work off. Blaze is difficult to clear over in towards Cave. Smoke will come through, and that'll deny the response from him. Now, Dweg going to be called upon in Cubby. This Cubby angle can be a little bit of a ball ache to clear, but it seems like they have the right idea. Spam through the wood. Down he goes. Blaze will fall. Dweg in towards Cubby, and he can't do it. M&J again in the clutch. Monstrous. And Granny's Knockers go 2 for 2 in overtime.
They've gone from a massive deficit to a comeback to overtime to now 2 in the lead when you've only got 3 rounds a half. That is a massive resurgence from the Granny's Knockers, and they could sweep this from, or swoop in and steal this from underneath the noses of the Binmen, who felt so confident in the early game, who were very, very proficient in that first half.
8-4 at halftime, went all the way towards OT, and now the first 2 being taken by the Granny's Knockers in towards mid. Little bit of presence, but not really any in terms of a personality. Bit of util, that'll be about that. Right now, I think it's about testing the waters for the Binmen. See if they can find any early fight. And there's one. Tyler will drop Rarai. A super important kill.
Once again, an opener, but it has very few times led to the round itself. There's always been trades and some resurgence from the Granny's Knockers, so I'm awaiting that before we make a final decision on where this round goes. Mid is looking a little bit light on the defensive. Look at that M4 trying to prod. Engagement found there by Blaze, and there's the trade we're talking about. Penguin keeps control.
Not a bad trade, not a bad 1v1. Just keeping the numbers in favor of the Binmen. That's what it's all about. Now it's once again waiting for every attention. Essentially, Granny's Knockers, may I say, have to get aggressive. They have to try and level the playing field.
I'm going to back off instead. M&J. Defensive line held. Dweg is the man on the sidelines. His backups coming in very quickly as well to the attacking force. Smokes will be sent in, and M&J still lands a frag. Still trying to keep things competent here. Nades back as well to clear up the smokes, but it won't be oh so proficient for them. Molotov's down, bomb plant has been secured, 3 versus 2, not quite evened up yet. That nade might make a bit of a difference though, indeed. Okay. Penguin has fallen, Retro and Dweg, the casting duo of this team. Smoked off, but Dweg still lands a decent pick, and Coach now has got to step up big time. AK picked up, but time is of the essence, and he can't quite find his men. So he got a kit, he definitely has one. Looking for Retro, first man out of the gate, just barely covered up by that smoke. Tapped again, sprays continue. He's baited in information. The flick back there to the center of the site is not quite on. And the Binmen hold us away from match point against their name.
Not bad, 26 kills Retro's up to. 25, of course, for M&J. He had a really good start towards overtime. Now it's a question of can they continue it? The magic number is 16. That's what we're looking towards.
You can see actually from that scoreboard, if we can bring it up again really very quickly, M&J is about to match Retro's kill count of 26. He was at, was it 16 when Retro was at 21?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Talk about the difference of the two players' progression. M&J has really come to life in this one alongside Rai. And with those 2 clutches as well, the impact frags have certainly been on there, giving us a lead going into the second half of overtime. Granny's knockers on the T side, ready to hit that A play.
You can see as well, for the Binmen who maybe took those last few rounds of regulation a little bit lax, they now find themselves sweating just a tad. Early smoking towards main, nothing really comes from it. A couple of flashes over, just trying to sell a ruse here. Waiting around, nothing really showing in the early part of the round. M&J still just showing some presence. Keeping attention drawn, and Retro will at least nibble at it.
Very careful on the contact here. I think at this point the shenanigans are over and they're really like trying the gun for this win, which Retro is going to start off on the right foot. M&J, the man to fall. Oh, Tyler, a swing towards mid, gets that 1-for-1, which overall favors the Binmen. In a 4-on-3 situation, there will go. Only one player to the back of the A site. That's Retro holding his nerve, seeing the bomb carrier, and it's back up. Unawares of the man on the center of the site. Coach goes down to Dweg's trade, and now it's all left to Rai to 1v3 clutch it. We saw Emin do it once. Can his other backup dancer do the same?
The rough thing here being, though, when M&J did it, HP was low. Now is not the opportunity. Penguin's going to find it and tie this one up 14 apiece. The one thing that I'm questioning is OOT programmed here? I know there's been a couple of problems where it's not been programmed into some servers and it just ends. But ending in a draw maybe it's not a bad thing.
Maybe best outcome for everybody.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the ultimate winners would be breast cancer awareness.
It'd be charity. Exactly.
Exclamation mark donate in Twitch chat as well, by the way. You can still contribute. We've raised £1,500 for charity so far, so make sure you get involved and enter the raffles as well so you can win prizes if the generosity is not good enough for you. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Tyler on the back line. He definitely doesn't want to be generous with this B-bomb site control. He's had to give it up, though. M&J with a pick back, Nays back and forth. Flawless in with a kill as well, so advantage is with the Grannies knockers. Flawless slays looking to press on, but Penguin is suppressed. The bomb should be planted. It's retake mode for the Binmen. M&J, what happened there? Was that a 1G? It may well have been 2v2 with Penguin's trade. Coach is caught off next. Oh, this blunder could have just cost them everything. It's one man left in Shep, caught off. Ooh. Side of the head turned away. And it's match point again for the Binmen. What happened to Emin?
I feel like he might have killed himself in his own flames. It looked like his head and hands over towards M&J a little bit. As we start to see the Binmen win a little bit more, they start to bring back the noise. Potentially, the final round once again. We've seen the Binmen in this position before. They've been on match point, and they let it slip pretty drastically. Can they close it out this time? 1 AWP, 4 AKs. Over towards Granny's knockers. Just rifles on display for the Binmen to try and shut this one down. And Penguin knows his angles. Down goes Shep. And down goes Flawless Slays. No! Third. Smokes mean nothing to Penguin. What a way to start off potentially the final round.
Oh, what a way to win it would be. It's an icy cold day in mid. And the AWP of M&J has got so much to do. Oh, Penguin's got a quadra. Give him the ace. No. Emin secures it, keeps a lifeline, but he's got 4 more to do. He's got to go 5 better. And the AWP is surrounded. The Binmen all over him, ready to take out the trash in this Tron match. But are they the trash ones at this stage? No, it's the Granny's Knockers going down to the Binmen, who secure the show match and claim themselves as the ultimate meme team, dream team.
What a game. Overtime required to close this one out. It goes a distance, but it's a Penguin masterclass to close it. Couldn't have asked for anything better. And of course, once again, for those joining us here, maybe in the arena, of course, those at home, this is all for breast cancer awareness. Exclamation mark donate in chat. If you're here in the mighty Kettering, go over to the Tuck shop. You can buy raffle tickets, some great prizes, and it's for a great cause.
I think that last round alone deserves a donation.
Exactly.
At the very least. So make sure you get him in right about now here. The Binmen successful, as I expected, as I predicted, and as I'm always right in predicting as well, Neokai. So
I'll give you the credit.
Loser.
I'll give you the credit. Hey, I'm here in the Binmen jersey as well. I want to change allegiances here at the end. But no, what a game. And of course, well played from both sides. We saw some masterclass rounds. I've got to say, Rai had a couple of moments there. Like we said, 10 kills within 4 rounds. M&J in the clutch. You can't seem to stop him. But when it came down to it, Penguin looked really good. Retro looked really good in terms of consistency. And of course, Tweg. He brought the W, so we've got to give him his credit.
Yeah, I just thought it was excellent from a team play perspective. Yeah. I think the Binmen have done us real proud here today.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for them, and I'm very happy personally that I got to back the winning team. So, victors, of course, the Binmen in the Granny's Knockers Binmen show match. Now, it's back to the stage with Sneaky, Beaky, and Affinity to take a quick chat with the champions.
What a game, what a game. So close to double overtime there. So, how are you guys feeling?
It's a win. That's what I've come for.
Anyone else got any words?
No, it was awesome, to be fair. I like the way, I think we were, like 11 something up, and we were like, oh, we'll troll a few rounds, like, we'll make it fun. And then they start coming back, and then like 2 rounds to go, we're like, okay, we need to buy and win. And then they start winning even more. It goes to OT. Like, we were in shambles.
In all seriousness, though, massive thanks to GK. Like, that was a lot of fun. Massive thanks to all the donators that have put money into a great cause, and obviously people that have donated prizes. You know, I'm sure they've said many of them over the course of the day, but without people's support, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Also, a thank you to Trade It and AJ for sponsoring this show
absolutely.
match. They gave us 1,000 each to use as skins. They've got $300 as a bonus prize as well to the charity draw that we're doing. He's a legend, so wherever he is, I can't see him exactly. He's a legend. Thank you very much, man. I'll have a chat with you in a bit. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much to the Binmen. But I think that just leaves us one more thing to do, doesn't it?
One very shiny thing to do, actually.
Okay, well, guys, if you'd like to take yourselves a step forward, get yourselves around this table, this beautiful trophy. Oh. Hey! Congratulations, Binmen. What a showing. It took an overtime, but we did eventually get there.
We did indeed, and thank you everyone for watching. Exclamation mark donate in chat. You could also find the link on their Twitter as well if you have anything that you can donate. But thank you for coming, thank you for supporting, and I hope you've had just a greater time as everyone up here has. So that is all from us, that is all from the Binmen and GK for now as well. And we will see you very, very shortly for our next little stage segment. Street Fighter. See you soon.
Goodbye.